Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news good farm outputs are bringing mixed fortunes. But first in the US, the Chicago Fed's National Activity Index retreated in July and came in lower than analysts were expecting. However, it's still indicating some bounce from the disastrous March and April results. Less than half of the plunge in activity has been recovered so far. And the Kansas City Fed reports that US farmers are doing it tough. Despite 2020 producing bumper crops of both corn and soybeans, prices are low and declining. Some crops like wheat only work with irrigation, and these crops are costing more to produce than they're getting in market prices. Subsidies are keeping the system together. Markets aren't working as they're distorted by Washington actions, and that seems to undermine them. Worse, the Chinese are buying huge quantities at very low prices. Farm incomes are at their worst since 2016 and virtually collapsed in the last 9 months. American meat markets are weak as well. And Taiwan has reported their retail sales rose 2.5% in July and their industrial production was up 2.6%. The industrial production gain was weaker than for both June 2020 and for July 2019, and their retail sales price rise was the best of 2020, but still far lower than the July 2019 result. In India, this year's monsoon rains have been good and brought a boost to the agricultural sector. Crop yields are expected to rise and help keep a lid on urban food cost pressures. The US Treasury 10-year yield was little changed at 0.65%. The price of gold has fallen again overnight, down $14 to $1,929 an ounce. Oil prices have stayed soft, but have lifted marginally overnight. They're now just on $42.50 a barrel in the US, while the international price has lifted by almost $1, just on $45 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is unchanged again today at 65.4 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, we're basically unchanged too at 91.2 Australian cents. And against the euro, the story is similar at 55.4 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is still at 68.5 and still in a stable range. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.